afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, June 3rd, 2019. When you look at your mind, your ego, this is, very important because of the fact that if you can view that the mind creates what you believe to be your life. And it is a dream. It is not the reality. Now, majority of the population of this planet believe, how else would they not, that their life is real. Experience things, they go through it. But it's the mind and the ego that create it. And it's an illusion. You see how intricate things are. That, it's like you've been in a tunnel for many, many moons, and you come out and you understand that there's actually more than the tunnel. That there's the sky, and there's animals and trees. And you're just totally mesmerized, and you can't see because your eyes have adjusted to the darkness of the tunnel. It takes you a while to come around and see things clearly. We don't realize it, but once it's brought up to us, we search into ourselves, and we come to the realization is that you, your God, is your true life. What the mind and the ego create is the illusion. It isn't real. No matter how much you want it to be, it is not real. Why do you think, now realize this, that why do you think so many people go through this life with so much challenge? Okay? We have all experienced it to certain extents and degrees. But for the collectiveness of the civilization, many experience these obstructions in their lives, these challenges. Why is that? It is because that the mind and the ego are in constant movement in conjuring and creating this and that, and this and that, and over here, and over here, over here, over here, over here, constantly. It's a mixed match. It's constantly just churning away. So it's fragmented in all different directions. You ever notice that? From one day to the next? It's very difficult for someone to stay on a path that they intend with their mind and their ego, because it is usually interrupted by. And you ever notice that it's always the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next month, the next month, the next year, the next year. Or it bleeds in from the past and the future, colliding. So we become so confused at what is. What is you're operating consistently with your mind and ego, you're gonna continuously introduce to your life doubt, guilt, fear, depression, anxiety, stress. You're going to continually invite that without fail. Now, sometimes we'll visit our God, which is inside these bodies. We'll visit the God. We'll come across, whenever you come into a space in your life that seems wonderfully joyous, and you know what I'm talking about, where it's just absolutely, and the majority of the times, it's unexpected. Okay, it's not a planned joy. You ever notice that you plan things that and they just don't seem to work out? But if you go with the flow and you just kind of flow, let the canoe take you onto any shoreline that it chooses, and you have such a wonderful, fulfilling experience, but it doesn't last. And rarely does it come around again. It's during that brief window, that brief time, you relaxed enough to enter in, embrace with your God. You experience the true joy that you are. And this is when you feel so released, so relaxed, so enjoyed, so happy. And it's not from the mind. And if you reflect, you'll know it's not from the mind or the ego. It's right from the heart mind. It's from the God within you. A glimpse of who and what you truly are. A glimpse of your true life. Your true existence. Not this stuff that's been conjured by the mind and the ego, and external authority, hammering us from childhood into older body. And we all are under this deluge of falsified information that has no bearing, no validity at all. It is conjured to keep this civilization in constant turmoil. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it gets to the point where we believe that this is our life. This is our life. But it is not our life. It is a fabricated illusion. Honestly, would you, now, if you were in full understanding of your heart mind and you operated all the time from your heart mind, you embraced your God, do you honestly believe that you would have the life that you do now? Do we honestly believe that this planet would be in such an influx right now? Do we believe that there would be poverty, starvation, and all of the other things? It wouldn't exist. They would have no place to call home. They would be nomadic. They would wander the universe with no home. It would not exist. So these things are our awareness of embracing our God and knowing who and what we are. We are gods. We are complete joy, prosperity, happiness, no stress or fear or anxiety. And yes, no stress, fear, or anxiety. It wouldn't be available to us. So, remember that the mind and the ego create the life you're in. Your God within the body and the heart mind take a back seat. taking it one step further, they would not have the power to be backseat drivers, even. This is where humanity must make its stand. For we are the power in the universe. We are the gods. We determine. We create. We love all life. We love everything. We create and we love. With that deep love, we continue to create beauty, joy, prosperity, happiness, love, kindness, non-judgment, non-ridicule, pessimism, cynicism. All of these things fade away. We don't entertain them. They were the mind and the ego. Great vistas appear of beautiful colors. Fauna, life, expands on the planet. The sky clears. The oceans become nurtured and healthy. You see, we're the seeds of creation. And we have a choice. Do we exist in the turmoil of dictated external authority, or do we choose to be in love with our God, and do we choose to view things from our heart mind? I really don't know of anybody that would say we choose to operate from our mind and ego. Whenever you look at the beauty of a sunset or rise, and you get a feeling deep within you that sunset or sunrise is part of me. Is part of me. That the reflection of the sun on the water is part of me. That all life on this planet is part of me. And all the beauty that I see is the beauty I am. So in today's meditation, is it come out of the dream? Come out of the dream. Embrace the true reality of the God that you are and the life that you can have is already in play. Because once you embrace the God, your life will change absolutely, without question or doubt or fear, astronomically, in a high frequency, with deep eternal love, peace, joy, happiness. And whenever you need counsel, you call upon your God. And that God is as close as anything can possibly be within your body. Hey, God, what do you think of this? We are not talking about the God outside of you, which is the mind and the ego. We're talking about the God that you are inside you. And humanity has been taught for so long that you must worship and bow to the God outside of you. Does that make any sense when you are a God inside that body? The only time we pay respect and honor is to the God within each other. In joy, gratitude, appreciation, in love. So come out of the dream. If you will, go to the place where you are not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure most of you are, and relax. This is a practice that would be so good if you got into the habit of doing it every day, whenever you needed to call upon your God. But as you relax, you move into the now. You become silent. Remember, you take your easy chair on the side of the road as these light beams are flashing by at astronomical speed, which are the thousands and thousands of thoughts coming and going in your mind and your ego. You choose not to participate in them. You watch them, you see them, but you don't step into them. You're in peace, in joy, in complete silence, quiet, in the now. Not tomorrow, not 10 minutes from now, not an hour from now, not tonight, but the now. Not yesterday, not a year ago, whatever, just the now. And as you move into the now, and you relax the body will relax. Because you're not engaging in the dream that your mind and ego have created. You are you. You are the God. And you're at peace and joy. And you completely relax. And as you're relaxed in the now, you want to breathe. Breathing is very important to your balance. You breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy. This divine positive energy is cosmic, plasmic origin. It contains all of the thoughts from heart minds, from all that there is, ever has been, and ever will be. It expands out into the sacredness of space. It touches beyond all the universe's densities and dimensions. And it speaks to your God. And as you're in your heart mind with your God, you listen. And it communicates to you is to come out of the dream. Embrace your God. Live the life that your heart has always desired. That your heart mind has always been in. This is a life of joy and peace and prosperity. This is a life of total beauty, illumination, goodness, thankfulness, gratitude, non-judgment, tranquility, unselfishness, total dispelling of greed. Therefore, your anxiety leaves you, your guilt leaves you, your stress leaves you, your low self-esteem leaves you. And you live every single moment as you did that short time in your life where everything came together and you were at peace and in total joy. But this is always. Imagine that. As you breathe out, you're breathing out all of those attachments that wish you to be in the dream. The dream the mind and the ego, constantly and incessantly creating all of the things that you choose not to partake in, but are in. Of doubt, of fear, of guilt, of stress, of anxiety. These are things that come with the dream, created by the mind and the ego. It is not your life. And you recognize this, and you let it go. It's real simple. You dismiss it through the heart mind. I don't care to participate. I don't recognize or acknowledge any of this any longer. I will begin to move into my heart mind, embrace the God that I am, love myself, and love all things. Watch what happens then. We move into our heart mind. It is our home. We float above the heart. We're at the throat on our bodies. We're moving, understand we're moving ever so tiny bits up and up. Eventually we will be above the head. And as we move into the heart mind, we are merged, we're embraced by our God. The sacredness of the essence that we are. And we merge with our God. And we move into complete peace, contentment, joy, prosperity. These are all the things that we are, and always have been. Isn't it interesting and ironic? The mind and the ego create, majority of the time, all the things that we aren't. We're in deep eternal love. We are omnipotently powerful. And we understand that life is the highest value in all the universes and all existences. We are completely sealed in a perfect sphere of the golden white pink lighted deep eternal love. This comes from our family. Mother, Father, God, Prime Source, Creator, God. Source creation. The emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. The purple transmuting flame violet ray, white fire. The violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This fuse around us. We're in a bubble. We move around effortlessly. The only thing that can penetrate these is deep eternal love. Nothing else. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. We come together at the equator of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Terra Krishna. We come and we embrace Gaia with our light. All of us as gods. And our circle of light grows and expands. You can see the fire flame bristling above it. This is a flame of deep eternal love. And it literally enrobes Gaia in pure deep eternal love from top to bottom. It is a total peace, a joy, a respect, a gratitude. saturate all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. We begin to float up effortlessly above the planet. And as we do this, we're compelled to call on the other gods of us, our other parts, all of the light energy beings, in all dimensions, densities, existences, and universes, only of the deep eternal love, from the deep eternal love, only of kindness, gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness, generosity, unselfishness. And they come in massive numbers, gigaplexes. And they expand and they join our circle of light. Parts of us coming together. And they embrace us and they love us as we embrace and love them, and we are both in humbleness and gratitude. And our fire light expands. We call upon all the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of the angels, all of this civilization who are of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, who are of the highest kindness, gratitude, thankfulness, who have no judgment, who are content and tranquil, and serve all life in deep eternal love. And they come, massive numbers joining our circle of light, expanding out 360 degrees, saturating all that there is on this planet, in this planet, and all that there is, ever will be, and ever has been throughout the universes, all of the densities and dimensions. It literally neutralizes all the lower frequencies. It brings up all harmony. It elevates the frequencies into deep eternal love. It is a mass love creation transformation. We thank them. We love them. They thank us and love us. We're humbled and in gratitude as they are with us. We call upon the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Buddha, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, all of the Ascended Masters ascended out of body, who are assisting the civilization at this time, and have been, all in the deepest eternal love and from the deepest eternal love. They join us. They embrace us. You can feel the boost of the love light energy every time they come in. We're in total deep eternal joy, in gratitude. We love them. They love us, and we honor their existence as they do ours. We call upon all of the inhabitants of this planet, of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all the civilizations who are of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love. They do not embrace their egos. They do not embrace their minds. They embrace the God within them. They are at peace and in joy. They join us and assist us in transforming this civilization and this planet into the higher density dimensions of the higher light, love, and peace. And we thank them, and we love them, and we are grateful for their presence as they are ours. We call upon all of the civilizations who are assisting this civilization, humanity, on this planet at this time, as they assist us from freeing ourselves from self-imposed bondage, as they assist us in our evolution, our enlightenment, our ascension. They are of deep eternal love and from deep eternal love. They embrace the God within them. They are in peace and joy. They are content and tranquil. They are generous, unselfish. And in joy. And they are with us. And they join us. And we are grateful and thankful that they are with us. We can feel them as we embrace them. And we are humbled. We appreciate them as they do us. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this life and all lives that we've inhabited. They are of the deepest eternal love and from the deepest eternal love. They're absolutely in deep eternal love. They're in deep eternal joy. They love us, and we love them. They honor us and the life we are and the God that we are as we honor them. And we expand. And the sacredness of space begins to bloom in light. Enlightenment begins to expand throughout the universe. We thank them. We appreciate them. We honor them. We love them as they do us. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet at this very time. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the trees, the elements, earth, air, fire, water, the mermaids, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, and many, many, many more. They are of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love. And they come, massive numbers, and they join us. And we all become one. Powerful, omnipotent, love-light energy of the highest frequency. Pureness of creation. We thank them. We're grateful for them. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. This sphere center circle, it houses all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It can be heard, seen, and felt in all dimensions, densities, universes, and existences beyond the ribbon of creation. It saturates all in a 360-degree wave. All. It saturates in deep eternal love, in peace and joy. It uplifts and harmonizes the frequencies. It tunes the cosmic creation into the highest frequencies, bliss and joy and peace, prosperity. We can feel it as it saturates our heads, our physical bodies, our gods, from head to toe, floods us and saturates us with deep eternal love. It brings us to a clear picture of our life, of our God life, of our heart-mind life. We let go of the illusion and the dream that the mind and the ego has created for us. We let them go. They fall away. We turn and truly embrace our God and our true life of peace, joy, gratitude, happiness, bliss. Always. Always. Forever. Because this is the truth, and what your life truly is the God inside each and every one of you. God you are, not the human that the mind and the ego creates the dream to exist in. Bring your God as the life you are in. You will move into higher and higher frequencies. You will move into deeper eternal love. You will move into more peace, kindness, generosity, softness, nurturing. Your God will embrace you 24/7 as it always has, always will. This is your true life. God is your true life. And this means joy, peace, happiness, bliss, serenity. You've all had a taste of this one time or another in your life so far. It's always been your God trying to communicate with you, this is your life. Embrace it. The joy that you're experiencing now is your life. Embrace it. The happiness that you're experiencing now is your life. Embrace it. This is what we've had these glimpses of. The light of our God shining through the clouds at times, and these contrived lives dreamed up by the mind and the ego. An external authority. Look at the planet. Look at all life. Look at all of humanity, all the civilization, inside and out. Flood them. Flood them so that their gods can walk through the door and embrace them. Remove the door. Become the God that you always have been. All of humanity, all life is sacred, the highest value in all of the universes in existence. We are one. We always have been. We move effortlessly through this universe in existence. We are love. We are joy. We are complete happiness, gratitude, thankfulness, generosity. We are not judgment, we are bliss. We are courage, without ego, without mind. Embrace this. Carry it with you. See as it expands amongst your brothers and sisters. Watch as it uplifts all of them. As they begin to let go of the dream from the mind and the ego and embrace the God that they've always been. And bring it out. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close this out. not feel the power and the deepness of this understanding. This is a complete freeing of the constructs that have kept this civilization in complete darkness from its beginning. This is vastly impactful. And from this day forward, the dreams will begin to melt away that have been constructed by the external authorities, the mind, and the ego. And the gods will shine, will rise and elevate. And this planet will be transformed, and this civilization will take its rightful place. It's God's. And all that there is, ever has been, and never will be. And peace will reign, love will expand, joy and prosperity will accelerate off the charts. Generosity, selfishness. Generosity will expand. Selfishness will be eliminated. Greed will be gone. We will all embrace each other. We will expand. This is in power, not in weakness. And we will transform all that we come in contact with, all that our heart mind sends. And we will float in total peace and joy. We will value all life as the highest value in the universes. Take this with you through the rest of the day and to the evening and night into the next morning. Embrace your vibrational frequencies because they will continue to increase. Stay in the heart mind. You have no reason to leave it, no reason to entertain the mind and the ego. Be mindful through the heart mind of who and what you are. We will have a time for change call this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're still looking at Sheldon Neidl to be on the call. It is not confirmed yet, but I look for it to be. We will be back here at 3 p.m. Eastern, June 3rd. Actually, June 4th, excuse me, 2019.